Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Now today we're going to be unboxing a game that originally came out over 2 decades ago. It first appeared on Windows and the N64 in June of '99, and that console exclusivity carried on for about a year before it then released for the Dreamcast. So of course Nintendo at the time really pushed that with limited edition N64 bundles that you could pick up. It was such a good game, it even outsold other sci-fi racing games, including those from the WipEout and F-Zero series. Of course, we are talking about Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which saw a digital re-release last year on all major platforms. Now Limited Run even got into the hype as well, offering various different special physical releases of the game. So how did that turn out? Hello fellow gamers, and today we're going to be checking out the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Premium Edition for Nintendo Switch. Okay, here we go. We've got here the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Premium Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I've had this in my possession for a few weeks now. It arrived a few weeks ago, but I haven't gotten around to opening it until now. Now, what I do know is I know what's inside, and I know that limited runs say that apparently only 2,000 of these were made. Let's have a look inside and find out. This is the outer box art. They've actually gone all out really on the back here, like it was a shelf big box game sort of release. But you can see here that it's predominantly blue, and a lot of the graphics that they've got here, they've used kind of like a foil stamping for it, so you can see the logo and the emblem there, all shining in the light there. But we all know what this game is. Let's crack it open. So here we go, we've finally got it open, and yes, I can see that there is an outer sleeve here, so let's just... right, that's not as tight as some of the others that I've seen. Some of them have been so incredibly tight, you needed like, the fingers of steel in order to get the sleeves off, Let's just put that to one side. We've got the inner box here. Oh, yes, it definitely feels as though it opens up like a regular box. But you can see that it's repeated the same similarly on the inside. You've got the same emblem and logo, everything. You've got the same foil stamping, so it glimmers in the light ever so nicely there. Is there anything on the sides? Yes, we've got more of the stamping on the side there, and on that side. There's nothing on the top and bottom. And I can see there is some graphics on the back, and yes, it is more or less the same as what's on the back of the outer sleeve, except it's missing all of the Switch blurb on the bottom there. So there we go. Right, without any further ado, let's get into this. So it just opens up, just lifts up. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Right, okay, it's more of the same that we've seen from plenty of other releases of from Limited Run, but there is something that I've noticed here. Right, we've got the certificate of authenticity. It's the same as many of the other authenticity certificates you've seen with Limited Run games, but there's something I've noticed. It says 2,500, but on Limited Run's website they said they only made 2,000 of them. So what, there's an extra 500 there? I'm guessing the extra 500 are probably for like bundles that they've sold off, because they sometimes sell a number of the games all released at the same time, or available for pre-release at the same time as a whole bundle, and those are quite limited as well. So I don't know, maybe the 500 is that. Right, we can have a look here. We can see that the number that I've got stamped here is 1,476, so it's past halfway. So again, another example of, if you buy it within a minute of it being available for sale, doesn't mean that you're going to get a lower number. I think maybe the lower numbers are reserved for those in the States, I don't know. Alright, let's have a look-see. Ooh, let's have a look at the commemorative metal coin. Oh, actually, here we go. This whole thing comes out. So we've got the commemorative metal coin here. I reckon this is going to be similar to the Jedi Academy one, which I opened up at Christmas last year. And there we go. Yeah, so this comes with a commemorative metal coin. On one side you've got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer embossed on it, and on the other side you've got the Lucasfilm Limited logo on that. So, you know, yeah, if you were to flip this, it's like, I don't know, Lucasfilm or Racer. Lucasfilm or Racer. But that's nice. Let's pop that back in there for the time being. Right, another bonus that we've got here is an Enamel Pin Badge. You know what? Just turning this around, and yes, you can see that they've used 2 pins for this. Just like they did with the Jedi Knight badge. So what we've got here is it's Anakin's flag, which well, it's the flag that he's waving to represent himself in his races. I think it features in the film. If copyright allows, I might even show a short clip of that, if that's the case. But yeah, it shows what is presumably his flag, which is the same detail that you'll find on the outer box. And on the back there, oh, hope the camera can pick this up. On the back there we can see that it's got limited run and Lucasfilm Limited embossed on the back as well. And ooh, what have we got here? Ooh, that is weighty. It's a replica of the N64 cartridge, but damn, that is all metal. That is really, really heavy. And of course it's the American design. I'm not surprised. But oh, in fact, you know what? It is completely hollow there. Absolutely completely hollow. There's nothing. There's nothing in there at all. No supports or anything. It's just the whole thing is cast out of metal. But damn, I mean, I knew that this was included in there, but that is heavier than I expected. We're probably looking about maybe the weight of a bag of sugar or something. But hey, they've got some of the details in there. They've even like cast the screws that are used to keep the N64 cartridge together in 2 halves. And even if it were functional, you know, it's likely to be the NTSC version, and it wouldn't work on my PAL N64. So, oh well. Speaking of NTSC versions, we've got a replica of the original box art here for the Switch version, and of course it's the American one, so it's got the red stripe down the side there. PAL ones don't have that. It's like a black border all around. But yeah, they've put some detail into this, so you probably can see there that the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer logo there is all holographic. And they've even got the fold only from there, like it was on the N64. In fact, it's kind of holographic rainbow effect on the logo on the top as well, and on the sides. Yeah. That's always a nice touch when they do that. Going on the back, yep, they're continuing the same sort of N64/Switch feel of this, so this is more or less what an N64 box would look like if you were to pick one up new. And it's got all of the Switch details on the bottom there as well. So what we'll do, we'll carry on with all of that after we've had a look in this. So let's get into it. Now I have to admit, actually, I don't have Episode 1 Racer on the N64. I don't have it. I've been tempted to pick it up a few times. I mean, it's dirt cheap. There's copies of them everywhere. But one thing I did do on a sale on the Switch eShop a couple of months ago or so, they did have Episode 1 Racer available for download, and it was only like £1. So I thought, you know, screw it. I picked it up. So I've got little need to actually put this cartridge into my Switch. Yeah, this is the premium edition, but if you went for like a sort of special edition from Limited Run, you would have gotten just this. So if you went for that, this is what's going to be inside. And oh, here we go. Right, so we have, first of all, we've got the game, the full physical game. Got some more details on the back here. Now this is pod racing. The fan favorite racer is back. They've gone for a relatively simple design there. They've got some in-game screenshots there, slanted there with a bit of detail on there. 25 playable characters, race on tracks spanning 8 unique worlds, and work with pit droids to upgrade your pod racer. And the same Switch blurb on the bottom there as you've seen on everything else. Now let's have a look inside this. Now I think I've done enough of these so that I don't need to ask the question, have they included a sort of manual or art book inside? We know they have. They will have. They have on everything else. Let's have a peek. Oh, there was a little bit left there. But there we go. Yep. They've carried on the same artwork on the inside as they have on the outside. So, except this one's extended. You can see another pod, another few pods there actually, and one exploding right there. So yeah, it is the same. And we've got our little booklet here. Now, is it an art book or is it an instruction manual? Oh, it's actually quite thick. It's thick! And yeah, this is looking like a full-on instruction manual. Now I didn't pick up, like I said, I didn't pick up the N64 version, so I don't know if this is like more or less a direct reproduction of the N64 manual, or indeed the Windows manual, or the Dreamcast manual. But they are covering anything and everything in here by the looks of things. In fact, I've just in the quick scan through here, I've picked up on a couple of things that I didn't know about. So that's a handy thing about having an instruction manual. You've just got all of the details of the game right there, within arm's reach. And oftentimes they're using some really nice artwork in there as well, like they've got here for various different planets that you're racing on. That's really nice. So yeah, they've... oh, here we go. All the different characteristics of all the different pod racers, including their flags. And some extra tips at the end. Alright, that is very nice. They've included an awful lot of information there. That is really good. Now, of course, you know what's coming. We're opening up a brand new Switch game. We need to make sure that the cartridge passes the taste test. Right, okay, this is a newer cartridge, so I expect it to be bitter as all heck. Oh, there we go. That's a grower. I was not expecting that actually. I was expecting it to have a more bitter kick right off the bat because it's a newer cartridge. But you know, it's one that grows. So after a few seconds, yeah, it kicks in, and you'll definitely want to be spitting that up. So good effort. It may seem daft to check this, but you know, it's often worth checking to make sure that Nintendo are still putting that coating on to make sure that you know, your children aren't going to be choking on these things. So it's good that they're still keeping that up. But one thing that we have learned is that not all cartridges are created equal. Right, okay, what else can you expect in here? Oh yes, this is it. I knew this came with a steelbook. I love my steelbooks. Let's have a look at this. Ah, here we go. And you know what? It's following a similar kind of design as the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy one, and probably a few other Star Wars steelbooks as well. Yeah, it's following the same design. You've got the border around there, and you've got the logos here, all of them embossed. And you've got the main artwork right there in the middle, within the same border. And the logo itself, again, is embossed as well. Don't know if that's even being picked up on the camera. Oh, there we go. I do like it when they emboss parts of it. It's not quite as shiny as some of the others. Well, it's definitely attracting fingerprints. Let's have a gander inside, and yes, it is a lot of the same as what's inside the Switch box. There we go. You got the same artwork on the inside of the steel book as you have in the original Switch case. I would say that this isn't on the top of my list of favourite steelbooks, but I love steelbooks nonetheless. I can't put my finger on it. I just love them. I don't even use them, but I just love them. All right, and what else have we got in here? There are a couple more things in here, so let's have a peek. Oh, okay. We've got some. Well, there would be postcards. There can be postcards if you want. You can put your stamp there, an address, and a little message saying, "Haha, I've got this game, you haven't." But no, they are art prints, little like card art prints. So you've got the original, like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer logo there. Yes, you've got this artwork again, and yeah, there's 3 of them. And in fact, you've got another piece that's the extension of that original artwork. You can't put them exactly together, they don't match up, but about there. That's about right. So you've got both pieces of those as art prints. They would look really good if you organise them right in your collection. Now there was something else in here as well. Yes, there is one last thing that I can see in here. There is a bit of like a cardboard frame in there which is keeping everything together, and you can see that there's something else in there. The frame doesn't want to come out. Maybe it's glued in, or maybe it's just very tightly packed. Here we go. So yeah, again, it's the same as with Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. So there is a short booklet of retrospective essays where they're asking peeps involved in the game or in the media about the game and what they thought of it and what the reception was like. So they're talking retrospectively, so they're looking back at the experience. So that'll be a nice little thing to read through. I mean, all the details are there, so you could pause the video if you wanted and have a quick read through. But there we go, yeah. Same as the other Star Wars game. Some essays. Right, and yes, we can confirm there is nothing else left in that box. So yeah, you could buy this one separately from Limited Run. This premium edition just happens to include this as well. So if you just pick this up, that's what you're going to find. The game, the steelbook, the retrospective essays, and the little art prints. Nice. Now moving on to what I suspect is the last item. Oh, hang on a minute. Well, it's a poster. I can tell you right now it's a poster, but it seems to be stuck. You can see that, can't you? It's stuck to the cardboard here. Like a little droplet of glue. There we go, it's a little droplet of glue that is just... There we go. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so we've got nothing else left in the box there, so let's move that to one side. And what we've got here is a double-sided, well, it's a reversible poster. Now, judging from the artwork that we've seen thus far, I think we can hazard a guess as to what both sides of those are going to look like. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yep. Most of it is not fitting in shot, but we've seen this a couple of times before already in the video. We've got this is the second half of the main artwork. Which, I think that's the Bulba's pod. Yeah, that's the Bulba's pod, yeah. And on the other side, we have mini Darth Vader's pod. Anakin Skywalker, of course. Neat. So there you go, that is everything that you get in the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Premium Edition from Limited Run for like the Nintendo Switch. And of course, we cannot forget the card that came with it. That's nice. So that's everything you get in there. Now let's have a look and see how good the port is. Hello, that's right, it's me again in the post-edit. I've spent some time with this title and it works great. It's a bit of a weird one for me though, at least from my perspective. Although I didn't own the game until now, I did get a chance to play it a few times on a mate's N64 back when it came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed it then. Seeing it now on the Switch, and spending some time with it, it's like just seeing the game running on a high-end PC back then. Now, given the subtle differences between the N64 and Switch versions, I've no doubt that this is basically the PC version, but with its config ini file tweaked to run in HD and accept the Switch's controls. The game runs at a smooth and fast 60 FPS all of the time. I didn't notice any slowdowns anywhere. Well, except for the cutscenes. It's using the same old FMV cutscenes from the original game, which are at a lower resolution and a far lower frame rate. This was probably closer to how a lot of people experienced the game over 20 years ago. But today it is rather jarring watching a 15 FPS full motion video before suddenly being thrown into the game running 4 times faster. Still, this port is solid, and if you like games like WipEout and F-Zero, this is worth a pickup. And with that, I'm signing off, so thanks very much for watching. Did you used to play Episode 1 Racer back in the day? Have you got any tips for the rest of us? Let everyone know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, please let me know what you thought of the video with a like or dislike, and you can always subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thanks again, and I'll catch you all next time.